Now I'm excited about this one because I decided I'm going to use my hymnal paper. You guys know how much I love using my hymn books. And I thought I've got to do this one with hymn paper. So here's a hymn book. Ooh, I'm not using that song. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. Now I know this is really difficult for some people to see me tear up a hymn book, but here's the thing. I love my hymn books, and I do this because I want to enjoy them. You know, I want to be able to see them and enjoy them and stuff. So don't worry. If you don't want to tear up a hymn book, you can just make a photocopy of it. But I want to use the real deal. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut this down. Actually, I'm going to glue this down and then cut it out. I think that way I'll get it right. So let's do that. Glue it down really good. I'm going to actually do it like that and put this piece. I want a little bit of the number to show and a little bit of the wording. So now let's just kind of squish it all out. Now I'm just going to trim it out. Perfect. And now you know I got to ink these edges, right? So I'm going to bring some vintage photo over and ink it. And I want it to be pretty dark. I may even run some ink along the actual page itself. And I'm going to darken these edges good. And I'm going to darken back here in case any shows. Okay, just like. And now I am going to take a piece of scrap paper, rub this off, and get that first little bit off. And then I'm going to come in and rub over this. That way I don't get that mark too bad. But I can also color this a little better. Look how cool that looks. Love it. I'm loving these little ATCs. They're so fun. Now I got to go find some stuff to put on here. So I will cut away and I'll be right back. I zoomed you guys in a little more so you could see it. Now this one is very much me, and I just want to do this because it's me and I'm making it. So here's what I'm going to do. I have these little cork stickers that were given to me by Taylor, and then this is a mod melt. This is one that I did, and then I inked it with a little bit of distress ink a long time ago. I had these in a little bag, and I think this will look super cool on here like this. And then I have a stamp. I'm going to try stamping this. And then I have these little crosses. I'm going to use this piece of cork, and I'm going to try stamping on it. And I have this, again, a close to my heart set. I dig these out so much. And this word says grateful. And this hymn music always makes me think, you know, of how thankful I am for all my blessings and things like that. And I want to use this grateful word on this cork, if it will work. It may not work, but we're going to try it. This is how we learn things. These are cork stickers. They're naturals, and they are by Little Yellow Bicycle. I didn't know I had anything by them. That's cool. I learn something new every day. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to stamp this down here in this corner of this one because I'm not going to use the whole thing. Oh, that does good. Check it out. Stamp's very, very noticeable. So now, what I want to do with this is I want to have it coming off of here at the bottom. It reminds me of like a bookmark, sort of. I think I'll bring it about right here. Oops. Something like that. And then I'm going to cut that off. Oh, I like that together. I like the look of that together. Isn't that neat? Okay, now this guy I want to put here in this corner, and then I want to put one of these little crosses, kind of staggering it, because it won't really fit into there, but look how good it'll look sitting on there. Now the only thing I think it needs something behind the picture frame. Let me see what else I've got that can go back there. Let's try this dude. I like this pattern, and I'm thinking it will show through well. I'm thinking I can glue it to the back of here, or actually just glue it down and then glue this on there, and then put the cross laying across it. Oh, I like that. Okay, so let's trim this down. like so. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So then I'm going to glue this down. I just am playing, so I mean, just try stuff. If you don't like it, you can always change it, or they don't all have to be perfect. You know, this is just you spending time, having some fun, doing some artwork, playing around, getting creative. I like that one a good bit. I think I might even could have used some hot glue on this one. But now I'm going to put this in there just like that. So I'm going to put glue here. You may see this glue at first because I'm putting a good bit on it. But as it dries, it will go away. Yes, I like it. I like it very much. It needs something right here, so we're going to have to search and see what we can find, because I think it needs something right there. So let's look. I'm thinking pearls. One pearl. And I do stuff in threes. You know what? Maybe this should go down. Oh no, now it's stuck. Maybe these should go down this side, because I was thinking it needed something on this side. See how I get quiet when I'm trying stuff? Yep. I like that. It's simple. It's pretty. But I still think it needs something. What about dash lines? Done in a really fine pen, like so. You know, stitch lines. I add them to everything else that needs a little something, so let's just see. I like that. I think that looks good right there. It's on cork, so it's not perfect because the cork has a texture, but I like that too. Yep. And when it's dry, I'll put its back on it and we'll do that together. So I'll put this aside for now to dry. And we have 2 more to do. Kind of sad I only have 2 more left to do. I'm going to do one right now. And then, I don't know. I don't want to do the last one on camera. And the reason is because it's going to be special for Jane. So I'm not going to do that one on camera. But I will show you guys later after she's received it, because I want that one to be special. But this one I'm going to do is going to be just another fun one. And now I want to do something real. Oh, burlap. How did I forget burlap? I have to do one with burlap. Okay, so yeah, this whole card has to be burlap. Because you can see through this, I'm going to ink this whole page and make it brown. Now remember, you can paint or draw or stencil. You can do anything you want to these guys. It does not have to be simple, but this is how I craft. So I thought it's best to just kind of stick to what I do. See, that looks better because it's not white sticking out. Trim this up. I'm going to make 2 squares. I've got something in mind. I think it would be cool if these overlapped. Something like that. For texture, you know, for dimension. I'm going to put those down there. That just gives us a little texture back there. Now, should we put felt on it? Should I put felt? I don't know. I've done a lot of brown. I need to put some color. So let me see what I can find. I'll be right back. Okay guys, now I'm really thinking outside the box. You know I love Christmas, right? So if I love Christmas, why not make a Christmas tag? I found these little wreaths in my stash and I was like, oh, I think I'm going to want to do this. So I'm going to make a Christmas ATC, and I'm going to cut this little gold piece off. Just like that. Straighten this guy out. And I'm thinking I'm going to use this little trim and kind of make this look like a window by doing this. Let's just see what happens, right? What can it hurt? Gosh, I've said that a lot on this. What can it hurt, right? This is just playing and having fun. So I'm going to run this down the middle, some glue. Then put this little guy in the glue. Make sure it's in the center as good as I can eyeball it. Remember that whole plan of cleaning up after each one? Yeah, well, that's not happening. I tried. I really did try. I cleaned up the first couple. I haven't cleaned up after myself so good this time. Okay. I think I'm going to have to hold that one for a minute and get that to stick down. Good, good. Now, should I trim it out like an actual window? Trim it all the way around? What do you think? I think that looks too busy. I think I'm going to take these and tuck them under and then cover the back so you don't see these. And so that they wrap all the way around. This may end up looking more like a gift than windows. You know, like a present. And because those are not wanting to stick down, I'm going to tape them on the back. Because I'm going to cover it up anyway. Okay, so there's my crisscross. Which went a little wompy jaw when I turned it around. Do y'all know the word wompy jaw, or is that southern? I know it is. Okay. Now, do I want my wreath here? Oh, I like it like that. But I also kind of thought about up here. Oh, I like it like that too. I kind of like it in the middle, but I want to put some other stuff around it. I'm going to put it up toward the top so I can put something down here. And now, let's think for a second. Let me find a Christmas sentiment. I have an idea. Okay, so you know I have a Spanish stamp set, right? And in my Spanish stamp set is a sentiment that says Feliz Navidad. That's me, isn't it? It's my own stamp set. So, let me find a block. Sentiment in place. This one is so dirty, I cannot tell you. Okay. Now then, what do I want to put it on? So using my same scrap paper from earlier. Just going to stamp this in this area. I love how that looks. See that? And now I'm going to trim it out. So I cut a piece off, and I'm going to trim this down really, really tight. I mean, really close to the wording. And I'm going to go ahead and mount. I'm going to take it off of here too. Really close to that word. There we go. Let me close this before I forget. Look at me. That's how we ruin our ink, right? Leaving it open. Okay, I'm going to glue this down and then trim around it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this too, because it's going to take a while. Okay. I'm going to trim this out. I think it needs to be on dimensionals over the burlap. And I think it needs something up here. Let me see what I got. So I found these hanging on my Clip It Up, and I forgot I even had them, so I'm going to use those. Isn't that how we are? We forget stuff. And I'm going to poke holes here. Where's my hole poker? Here it is. So I'm going to poke a hole here. I hope you guys are having fun with this. This is very different. You know what they feel like to me? They almost feel like little cards, like small greeting cards. This is bent so poorly. Alright, let's just poke this through. Yep, I think it needed a little bling. this one in. That's good. Like it. And then we'll lift it up. No, now I don't think it needs to be lifted up because now it's laying really good. So now I'm going to glue it down. Christmas definitely looks like me. I promise it does. I like this one. This is cute. And I'll let that dry, and then we will flip it over and put the back on. Now that's the last one I'm going to do on camera because like I said, the last one I'm going to do is kind of personal for her. I want to make it just for her. And I will show you, but I don't want her to see it before she gets it. So I will either take pictures of it or something and show it to you. But let's bring them back for now. Now what I'm going to do on the back of this one is just do a solid color and put my little sheet on the back. And I'm going to do that to all of these. I've already got it on 2 of them. Let me show you the little sheet. Now I just made one on my piece of paper because I wanted to be sure it was what I wanted. But I just went into my Word program and just made this little square and just filled all this good stuff in. And then I just cut it out and glue it to the back so you can see it's exactly like that. So there you go. Those are my ATCs for my swap, all except for one. I think I might just sit something on there and keep that down. But look how similar these are. Do you ever do that? You ever get in a rut and you're kind of in the same colors? One is my favorite colors, and then the rest of these. But I really love these. I think they look good. Maybe I'm just in a natural mood. That's what I'm doing lately. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. And if you would ever like to do ATC swaps, let me know because I think this is super fun. Alright, have a great one, and I will talk to you on Friday. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.